One Piece chapter 1080 is here, and I have to tell, man, Ichiro Oda is pulling no strings. He is literally building the hype out of this, and this is really great because we see some characters that really needed screen time, that is more screen time, and we get it, and it's absolutely fun. And I have to break this chapter down to bring you guys. So, but before that, I need you to subscribe to this channel and like this video, share this video with all your friends who are into One Piece, and without further ado, let's begin. Starting off this chapter, we figure out that Kobe has escaped his jail and he's also taking the prisoners out of, Hachinose Island that is run by Blackbeard. And it's really cool that the pirates here want to take a piece of it because they know that Kobe's reward from the Cross Guild is 5 stars, which includes like 5 treasure chests, which means 500 million berries, which is really great knowing that Kobe's age is just 18. I mean, Luffy didn't have that much bounty when he was 18. I guess he got it when he was 19 or something. So this is such a really cool way. Even though, Marines in his rank get probably just 1 star, he has 5 stars because of his hero title and something that he did in the past, which is still not revealed yet in a really weird way. So does that mean that some member of Cross Guild might be here, like Crocodile or Mihawk? I doubt Bug is gonna come here, but they might even be here. I don't know. This might actually happen, and I would love to see it. But I'll be talking more about that later on in this video because there's an instant which actually kind of teases that some member that is from the Cross Guild can be actually coming here. But we do see Kobe escaping, even holding that metal bond in his arms while running, and is also using himself as a decoy so that the other prisoners might escape. I mean, this guy is just Luffy, but he is in the Marines. He is literally the future of the Marines, just like Garp calls him at the end of the chapter, and we can see it here. He's really great guy, which makes me feel nostalgic because that's when I realized that this is a story of two different heroes. One is Luffy and one is Kobe. Luffy meets Kobe. He's the first person he meets when he starts his adventure way back in, I guess chapter 2 or something. And both of them have different parallel lives, and here they are trying to save the world. And I think that is a really cool thing to know. I don't know why I really like Kobe's character, and I really want to explore this character even more, especially with this future scenes that is going to happen with him and Luffy fighting together in the final war, which will change the Marines forever into a real force of justice. Here we are reintroduced to two of Blackbeard pirates, aka, they are actually the generals, one of the 10 generals. And actually, it's 4, but we are talking about 2 in this panel here. One is Shiri of the Rain. He's an invisible man who ate the invisible fruit, which was Absalom's fruit, which is why Gecko Moria came to this island in the first place to take revenge. I guess even he actually cares about his crew members. And there is also, corrupt King Avalo Pizarro. This is the first time we are seeing what fruit he has, and it's the island fruit, which is really cool. I mean, imagine what and all he could do with his powers. He might actually be a real great threat for the Straw Hats, unless Straw Hats have an entire army coming after him. And the Fishman in the Fishman Island arc, we did see a giant who might actually be able to fight the island fruit guy. But I don't know how the battles will go and which Straw Hat will actually fight Avalo Pizarro. But I guess he or she is going to have a really hard time fighting against a guy who controls an entire island. That's really gonna be cool, and I'm really excited on how Oda does this. But I have trust on that man. I know he's gonna nail it. We are also introduced to heavy drinker Vasco Shot. I mean, it's a great irony that his name literally is Shot, and the fruit that he has is the liquor fruit, and he's a drinking man. I don't know how, or I don't know how his powers are going to work. I mean, we do know that he makes a huge bubble and flies out of it, but it looks like it's going to be more than that. He did says that he wants to set fire to the entirety of Hachinose just to get rid of them, which people don't really like because they just rebuilt Rocky Port, which is going to be a really important point, but I don't know anything properly about it, so I'm gonna ignore it right now until we get more answers in the future chapters that Oda definitely will write about. We also see Sanjuan Wolf, who ate the, I guess, giant fruit, and he can turn himself gigantic or something. And it's a really weird thing. He's just sleeping in Hachinosu, even though there's this much chaos happening all over the island. I think he can enlarge himself too much, way too much than normal people can think. And I don't know, it just seems like a simple power, but because he's a Blackbeard pirate, it might be overpowered too. And I don't know whom he's going to fight, but it's going to be really cool to look at too. But I guess he did have his powers even when he was in Impel Down, because when he arrives at Blackbeard there, he's already a giant. I mean, this is going to be cool. Just let him wake up. Let's see what he's capable of. While in a short flashback, we see Blackbeard declaring to everyone that he actually kidnapped Kobe in exchange to the government actually making his island an official island and him becoming King Blackbeard, which actually sounds silly because we thought Blackbeard was way smarter than this, but it looks like he has different kind of motives. I mean, and here this is also where we get that SWORD is actually an organization in the Marine who have, given up on their Marine code, which makes me believe that so many of the good members are actually, part of SWORD. And I don't know if Kuzan or Aokiji, as you know him, is a part of this organization. But if he was, I don't think he will be explaining what SWORD is to the Blackbeard. I thought that was really, really weird though. Also, this is where we are revealed in a flashback that the one who actually freed Kobe from the prison is actually, Perona, the ghost girl. I really like it because I like Perona. I mean, she was with Zoro for 2 whole years and she actually helped him go back in, Sabaody. So that was really cool that we got to see her again. I didn't know that she would actually make a return, but I guess she did. And she's here to free Gecko Moria. And, Kobe's a man of his word. He will free Gecko Moria just because he has to repay her kindness, and I really liked it, which makes me believe that a certain member of Cross Guild might come here, and that is Dracul Mihawk, and he might actually feel sorry for her even though she's captured, so he will free her and Gecko Moria and escape with them, and Gecko Moria will join the Cross Guild, which will be a really cool thing. I think Hancock will also join Cross Guild, which will be like the association of ex Ichibuka members, which will be really cool. I don't think Doflamingo is going to be one of them though, but this will be really cool thing to watch. This is where we are also introduced to SWAT certain members, and this is really great. I mean, we see Kujaku. She is a timid woman who ate the whip fruit, and that's really great because whatever she whips, she can control even entire buildings. I mean, she is going to be a great match against the one who can control islands, and that would be really cool. I mean, Pizarro and Kujaku are going to have a great fight, and she is also the granddaughter of Great Staff Officer Tsuru, whom we have seen as an old granny who thinks she is still young, and she's mostly by Garp's side, which makes sense because Kujaku is also now on Garp's side, and they're all the Marines who don't actually believe in the government, but they believe in justice and their own sense of justice in helping people, just kind of like pirates, but with a better name. That's, I guess, what it means. We also see Hibari. She's the girl who was actually, crying and asking help to go and save Kobe because she owes too much to him. And here she says a weird dialogue where she's like, I didn't really actually want to come here, but I was like going by. I was just having lunch, and then I was like here, and I wanted to save you, which makes me believe that she actually has a huge crush on Kobe because, I mean, who won't? Because he's the hero of Rocky Port, even though I have no idea what that means. But I guess she does. This is going to be really cool, and she's in fact in denial about it. I guess that's going to be cool. And she's also using a Vegapunk made gun, which turns all bullets into flowers, which is okay. I don't know how she sniped each and every bullet at the same time, but she did. That's really weird though. We also see Prince Gru's returning. He was there in the cover chapters, and he's a clay man who ate the squelch fruit, I guess. And he can create, clay golems, which he can actually control, and he can even turn his teammates into clay. I don't know how that was going to be useful, but I guess because it's Oda, he can make it an overpowerful fruit too. And he looks like a force to be reckoned with because he is absolutely serious right now. We also see Garp's amazing return, and that is in a flying ship. His ship is literally flying just like the Thousand Sunny when it performs the coup de burst, and it's really great. But there's another thing. Along with Helmeppo, we see Tashigi, and it's almost confirmed that Smoker is also a part of sword. And I guess that is going to be really cool because Smoker is actually a guy who respects Luffy, who trusts in Luffy even though he absolutely denies it. He knows that Luffy is a good guy and he can't, stomach it that a pirate is actually a good person, because he always thought that pirates are meant to be evil, but Luffy is definitely against it. And I guess he's a part of Garp's crew, or kinda, they are just like pirates but they are good guys, kinda. That's really cool though. But we do see that Kujaku used her abilities and made the buildings surround the entirety of the pirates in the single town, and Garp jumps out of the ship and uses his galaxy impact power. I guess it's like Armament Haki and Conqueror's Haki remixed, and it's an advanced level and it destroys the entire port. I mean, when you see a guy without Devil Fruit abilities perform something like that, you do know that he's a great force to be reckoned with, because he's well over 60 right now and he's still grinning because he is Luffy's grandpa. We can see that in his characteristics, which is like really cool. And Monkey D. Dragon is the only one in the family who doesn't look like he's part of it. I mean, Oda's no pillow, no strings. I think he's going to introduce Dragon, Blackbeard's powers, everything. He's going to do everything as much as he can, and he's going to make sure that everyone mind blown by this. But it's really, really great seeing Garp like this, which is already a death flag to me. I don't know why, but I think Garp is gonna die. I mean, literally, someone from the Blackbeard Pirates or Blackbeard himself is going to kill Garp, which will anger Luffy even more, making him awaken like Gear 6. I don't know if it's going to happen in front of Luffy or off screen or even in the manga chapter where Luffy isn't there, though. I think Garp is gonna die. I mean, the way he has come to save Kobe, calling him his favorite student, is great, but he's an old man and he looks like a character who needs to die in a huge battle, just like Shanks, and give some motivation for Luffy to win against Blackbeard. I don't know, I'm sensing some great death flags coming from this chapter, guys, but I'm really sad for Garp. I don't think he's going to make it though. But that is all for today, guys. I do cover all One Piece chapters weekly and I post them on my channel. I do talk about the initial spoilers in the form of shorts and also give you my anime reviews weekly, and I mean each and every day with every new episode that comes out. And I will be talking more about every other series from anime and manga in my channel. If you don't want to miss out on that, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, sayonara, guys. Chan out.